Good morning, Ryan. Weekly check-in, 12-week reverse. Been a bit of an up and down week for me this week. Got my period last Wednesday, about 38 days, which is kind of close to normal for me. And had a massive miscalculation on my macros that day as a result, as of whatever, I don't know. But just Mike had asked me to wait for him, have dinner with him, and I'd been fine. Dinner was getting later and later and later, to the point where it was almost bedtime and he still hadn't got home. And I just started to picked to the point where I ended up not actually eating my dinner because there was no point. I'd eaten too many carbs and fats. So I went under on my protein, but way over on the others. Tried to recalculate as much as I could. It's in there. Then I had my no-count meal on Saturday night. That was the one no-count meal I knew was coming up that I wasn't going to be able to really show restraint because it was our wedding anniversary dinner. So I just tried to eat a bit less during the day so that I knew it wasn't going to be a 500-calorie meal because we had a big 3-course dinner. And with all the will in the world, that's hard to keep to 500 calories. Other than that, I've been fine in terms of my eating. I haven't been on the scales because I haven't been game, but I'll do that today, hopefully, or tomorrow. Other than that, training's been good. I've been feeling really good at training. Yesterday, I didn't feel good. I trained abs on Saturday just for something to do with my girlfriend. And I'm still so sore because I trained him really heavy, and really upset my training yesterday, especially my bench press. So paying the price for that. But I also did 4 sets of 3 reps at 67.5 kilo squat. And up until sort of last week, my PB was 65. So I found that really tough. I got through it, and there was no spotter I could use, so I had to get through it. But there was a lot of grunting and groaning going on, I can tell you. But it felt good, and I still felt like I got down deep. I was starting to feel it was almost too heavy for me, though, for multiple reps to keep my form really well. I know I was starting to tip forward. But at least I knew what I was doing wrong this time. I benched quite heavy yesterday as well, and that felt fine, apart from being sore and not feeling like I had the energy to do it. Training's also a little bit mucked around this week for me. School holidays have started, and it's 3 weeks of holidays for Josh this term, which is not in line with the public schools. So I've kind of just got him with me all the time. Because there's nothing I can send him off to do. So I might even be either missing some training sessions in there over the next few weeks, or you might see some training sessions where I've just managed to squeeze in the powerlifting lifts, which I'm making sure I at least try to get to those every day. But yeah, also training afternoons, nights, which is just not normal for me. So that kind of makes me feel a bit out of sorts when I'm trying to do the actual training, when you're so used to training at exactly the same time every single day. Other than that, there's probably not much to report to you. Just going along, ticking along. Had a bench lesson. That was really good. Definitely changed some of my technique as a result. So yeah, getting better. Anyway, that's it for me. Oh, I've done my 200 list, like you said, and no hit this week. I do find it really hard to keep to 200 because as many nights as I possibly can, if Mike's catching the train home at a reasonable hour, I like to walk down and meet him and walk home. And that's a 20-minute walk in itself. So I'm just not going to count that if I do it, if that suits you. I mean, some days I go for a 40-minute walk, which I really like, and I don't really want to give up because it's just a bit of peace and quiet time for me. I just slowed it down so that I was only doing 200 calories in that time. Yeah, So for me, it's actually hard to keep down to 200 as opposed to I don't do any exercise at all, because, yeah, walking for me is a bit of headspace time. Anyway, if you want to change anything, let me know. Thanks. Bye.